And we're all set for some basketball action. We have tournament action. We're at the Ed Glodzik Youth Basketball Tournament in Hinchy Gym in West Rutland, Vermont, USA. It's the 48th year for this youth basketball tournament. I believe it's the 18th year. It's been named after Eddie Glodzik, and it's Manchester in the white, and they'll be on the break first up and in 2 points. And I'll do the rosters for everybody as the night goes along, as this is going to be at the barn burner. This is quarterfinal action. Winner tonight advances on to the semifinals, which will be on Munger Vision for you at a later date. But that's the Rutland Rec Bulls out there in the red uniforms, coached by Jack Rogers, of course, a player and a coach here at West Rutland's Hinchy Gym in his past, winning a championship in '95 as a coach with West Rutland. And the Bulls, with their first offensive possession, they'll get penetration. They'll get the basket, will be tied at 2. That's Eli Rogers, number 3. And again, Manchester in the white uniforms, and they're going to be trying to bring the ball up against the press. They're able to do that. They'll get it up, and it's going to be Mike Nolan, number 3, and he'll bring the ball to this side. And a nice grab out there by number 45, Grover. Grover will kill the dribble, look for some help. We got a 2-2 game, 5:10 to go in the first quarter. 6-minute quarters, 2-minute overtime if things get that far. And there's a steal, and is he going to take it up all the way? Kicks, fires, and the ball will come up short, and going to be travel call. Yep, had to steal and got the travel. That was number 4 down there, Glodzik. Number 4 on there, Weston Mensch. So it'll be the Bulls taking the ball out of bounds, and they're looking to run that box formation on the inbounds play, and they'll find Rogers. He'll make the catch, and that's going to be good. Boy, I tell you, some hot shooting early on here. 4-2, minute 10 seconds gone in the first quarter of play. You see him call the play out right there. He's not just rubbing his head because he wants his hair to look good for TV. That's the play call in Manchester. Already with a win in the tournament, looking to get to the semifinals, or it'll be the semis, and then the winner moves on to either the consolation or the championship game. So if you win tonight, whoever wins tonight, guaranteed to play throughout the rest of the tournament. This is going to be Rocco Stutes with the basketball. Stutes coming off a big game last night against Lothrop. I'll go through the bracketing also for you as soon as we get a timeout, but the action's been furious here at the Ed Glodzik tournament. We've had no fouls called, no turnovers, and another shot outside, no good. Stutes with the rebound will go to the floor, try to keep it alive. He'll dribble out of the paint, give it off on that wing, a little strong on the baseline. The shot will be missed, picked back up by the Bulls. They'll kick it up top, and they'll reset the offense. Rogers faked the shot, went down low. No, offensive rebound. Oh, Hakeem was open down there, number 21, and didn't take it. That's going to be a bucket from the outside. Hakeem Farrell being told by his coach, when you're open like that, put it right back up. There's a steal. Stutes gets the ball down to Rogers. He'll back up and create a little space between him and his defender. 7-2, a big start here. As Farrell will turn and get the basket. He listened to his coach that time. He was open in close and got the bucket to drop. The press right now giving Manchester a little bit of problem, and there's going to be a timeout called. 9-2, the Bulls would lead, and we'll spin it over here and take a look at the Rutland, or the Manchester squad. Manchester in the white. And they're going to have a timeout called, and they're going to gather around their head coach, and I'm just waiting for him to get situated. I'll read the roster real quick for you. This is the Manchester squad, coached by J.C. Stalkup. It's a 5th and 6th grade combined team, and you have number 1, Dave Shahadi, number 2, Taylor Fuller, Mike Nolan's 3, Weston Mensch is number 4, Luke Glensky is number 10, Joe Shahadi number 13, Jake Stalkup number 14, number 20 is Taylor Mensch, Dave Nolan is 44, and Ryan Grover is 45. And again, that's the Manchester Rec Department 5th and 6th grade team combined in the white uniforms. And over on this side to my left, see Coach Rogers and Coach Ira Earl the 4th talking to the Bulls, and they're easy to recognize. They wear the red uniforms just like Chicago Bulls do. And they've got Eli Rogers, number 3, Eric Glodzik, number 4, Cody Beaudry's number 5, Ira Earl the 5th is number 10. And I got to find the basketball. There's Jim Shortle. Dick Densmore working the game tonight as the volunteer officials. Anthony Corsel's 11, Tyson Beaudry's 12, Rocco Stutes 21, and Hakeem Farrell is 22. And boy, after that timeout, they'll draw the play up to go down in low. They got a good look at the basket, just a little strong on the shot. I believe there's probably a lot of adrenaline pumping right now on both these teams playing on the big floor, big crowd, the big introductions. And that's going to be Rogers, saved, walked the tightrope on the sideline. We'll go to Stutes. He'll cross over at midcourt and get the ball on the elbow to Rogers. And a good discipline right there. He didn't rush it. He finds a little seam to slide down through the paint, stolen away. Manchester looking to get some numbers here, trying to run the basketball. They'll stop, pull up, give it to the trailer. He'll line it up, and no, a little long and strong. And a rebound will come down, and Stutes will bring the basketball down. The rebound was taken out of there by Glodzik, number 4. And Stutes took it all the way down in. Farrell fading away high off the rim and a quick kick out. And they've got the numbers down. They got a 2-on-1. This is Grover up and off the glass and in for Grover. Nice push down the floor by Manchester. And that cuts the lead to 5 at 9-4. The Rutland City Recreation Department Bulls in the red uniforms. That's Rogers. He'll come off to Glodzik. Glodzik. Ball went off his foot, and it's going to be a turnover. And, boy, nice job of slowing down the break this time. As Mike Nolan will go to the floor, slide forward, get the pass away. Up ahead, and mishandled. The pass a little high to Weston Mensch. And, oh, we got subs coming in for the Bulls. Number 5 coming in is Cody Beaudry. And number 12 coming in is Tyson Beaudry. So a couple Beaudry guys coming in now. As Ira Earl, the 5th, will sit down along with Glodzik, number 4. And that's going to be a nice move by Rogers. So he'll weave his way below the free throw line, kick the pass back out. Stutes looking baseline, got sealed off nicely. Good defense that time by Manchester. And Manchester in those white uniforms make a little run here. That's a good timeout taken by their head coach, Coach Stalkup. Oh, look at that. Rogers on a little running one-hander. Pop back out on him. Grover will get the rebound. He'll put it on the floor. And he's looking for that long outlet pass, and it's caught. And, oh, nice balance walking that sideline. Took the contact, stayed in, and shot will go. Oh, that was all Twine. And since that timeout, it's been a 4-0 run now for the Manchester squad. And they've done it defensively. They've created some turnovers, got some transition, got some numbers going their way on the break. When you see Beaudry put the brakes on, he'll go back off to Rogers. Rogers all the way to the middle. The Stutes up fake, got the lane, got inside and might travel. Yep, that's the call. It's a travel. And again, I'd just like to mention that the officials, the people at the door who get the programs to you and the tickets, and then they give you the concessions on it. Everybody volunteer here. It's just a well-oiled machine. It's a great community event, and they do a fantastic job here at the Glodzik tournament. That's going to be Farrell, and his pass was a little strong. It was mishandled by Cody Beaudry, but nice backup there by Rogers, Eli Rogers, number 3. We've got a 9-6 game. Rutland jumped out to an early 7-2 lead, but since, like I said, since that Manchester timeout, everybody's kind of settled down, and that's going to rim out. Rebound, Farrell had it, came down with it, and was knocked out of his hands out of bounds. It's going to stay red basketball. And Farrell coming out of the ball game for the rec team in red, or the rec Bulls. And Ira Earl, the 5th, coming in. That's Beaudry looking to get the ball in play, looking, and almost a steal. A great effort out there by number 4, Weston Mensch. Yeah, and they'll line back up, and they'll just be, we'll switch Beaudry. So it'll be Tyson Beaudry now taking the ball out of bounds in the corner of the Hinchy Gym in West Rutland, Vermont, USA. Beautiful place to come watch a basketball game. Stutes, followed by Mensch. We'll go back to Beaudry. He was sealed off. Great patience. You notice that at this age level of 5th and 6th grade combined, how they're not forcing it, they're not rushing it. If it's not there, they'll recycle, set up another play, run through it. There's the screen. They wanted the rolls. Stutes stayed out top. Earl on the elbow wants to make the move into the paint. Got sealed off. Goes to Beaudry. He will hook it up and be a little strong, and a foul on the rebounding action. Jim Shortle with the call. I got to tell you, I came last night as just a spectator to take any action. I was waiting to actually start the taping process tonight for the quarterfinals. But Stevie Patrica was one of the officials last night. And I mean, that man to me is just a legend, not only here in West Rutland, but in the state of Vermont. And then to follow that up, I got Jimmy Shortle here tonight. And I mean, it's just a few notches below Patrica. But when I can come and do Patrica and Shortle all in one tournament, I've seen the best. Volunteer to come here and do the Glodzik tournament. That's a turnover in 5 seconds, 4 seconds left in the quarter. Stutes turns, fires, that would have counted, but that's how we're going to end it. The first quarter will be 9-6. The Rutland City Rec Bulls team in the red over Manchester in the white, 9-6. Starting the second quarter play, 6-minute quarters. I did miss introductions tonight because I was jotting down numbers because Manchester in the program didn't have any numbers. They had names but no numbers for the jerseys, but I will catch. And the reason I bring up the introductions because it's probably one of the best part of the tournaments besides the players himself and all the enthusiasm on the court is Mr. Pat Lahan does the introductions. He also helps pick out the all-tournament team. Got a double dribble called on Beaudry. It'll be a turnover. But Pat here, and again, he's a fixture here. He's coached in this Glodzik tournament. He was a coach at the West Rutland team on St. Patrick's Day that won the championship of the storybook year that year. And again, this is the Ed Glodzik basketball tournament. And he might travel. Yeah, they did. He moved those feet a little bit. And that's Jake Stallcup. With the travel ball goes side out to the Bulls. We're 30 seconds into the second quarter, waiting for our first bucket here of this half. And again, the next break, what I'll do is I'll read the rosters again, then I'll go to the brackets and tell you how these teams got here. Now, last night I did watch the Lothrop team, very good team, get defeated by the Bulls, and that's going to be a jump ball. Stutes reached in there and tied up Fuller. Stutes for the Bulls in the red and Fuller in the white for Manchester. And that press has been effective. Been very effective for the Bulls. And a nice job this time of bringing it up and breaking the press. And they're going to go to the elbow with the basketball. They're looking to put it on the floor, and the shot's going to rim out on him. It's going to be taken out there by Ira Earl V and bring it down to Rogers. Rogers over the timeline to the center circle and brings it to the left side. Looks baseline, and Grover jumped out, number 45, along with number 4, Mensch, Weston Mensch out there, and they force the Bulls to come back between circles and set up their offense. And that pass just get there ahead of the defender, and Stutes, no good. Rebound. Beaudry kept it alive, kicks it back out. Beaudry to Beaudry, and they'll go back now to Rogers, and that's a 3-ball. It's a little off the mark, hits the back of the rim and comes back out top. Here's the push down the floor, and they're looking again. Yeah, they wanted to get the numbers and get the tempo and get the up like double dribble. Yep, he knew it. Taylor Fuller knew it. Good job by the defense. That's my whole point was going to be how good the defense got back transitionally there and took away any break. And I missed a sub. Oh, Glodzik coming back in, number 4 for the Bulls. That's who came in there. Eric Glodzik for the Bulls in the red. Beaudry, pass tip, goes to Stutes, takes the bump, keeps his balance, gets the ball, will spin and send it back up. And Glodzik for the 3-pointer, no good. He went in to follow the shot up, and the long rebound now and up ahead. And again, the defense, both sides getting back really well, not allowing easy buckets here. Rogers to Stutes in the paint, all the way in, and fouled going to the line. Well, our first shots from the free throw line of the basketball game with 3:59 to go in the second quarter. And that's going to be Jake Stallcup called for the foul, and that's going to be his first personal, team's first. 9-6 to score. The Rutland Rec Bulls with the lead, and Rocco Stutes at the line. Can't get the bounce to go his way. So Stutes trying to salvage 1 and 2 shots here. And again, the winner of this game will play in the semifinals, which will be brought to you at a later date on Munger Vision. Off the glass, and in. He'll bank it up and in. And now push lead to 10-6. Up ahead. Nice job coming back to meet the pass. And got in the paint, got fouled. Yeah, we got the point coming up here. And I don't think it's going to be a shooting foul. I think it's going to become a possession foul, but it's going to be Glodzik with the foul. And it's going to be the second team foul, and I believe Glodzik's first personal foul. So Manchester brings it in on this baseline side, and they'll come back, and that's going to be Fuller with the basketball. Fuller up top, and that's Stallcup trying to drive the paint from the 3-point line. He had the pocket picked at the free throw line. Stutes showed him the ball, took it away, and picked it up, and boy, he had a shot in close. Gave the shot back to Rogers, the ball back to Rogers, and he'll take it all the way back out. Again, no shot clock, just like in regular Vermont high school basketball. There's the jump step shot off the glass and in. Oh, Eli. Little ping pong action out there, and going to have a foul. Yeah, going to be a call on Eli Rogers, number 3. That ball will go out of bounds on this near side, right in front of the Manchester bench. You see Jim Shortle making the mark out there, and that's going to be Weston Mensch, number 4, to put the ball into play. And boy, it was different, but he got it into Fuller. Fuller working it down against Ira Earl V, and did a nice job. We'll come back to Stallcup. He will put it up and front rimmed it. Grover hammered, and Glodzik will fly over the top of him, and the ball will belong to Manchester down this end. Actually going to take it to the far side of the box, and that's going to be Beaudry on the basketball, number 12. And that little bounce pass is saved, but it comes right back to Rogers. He'll go behind the back. Looked pretty nifty out there. With 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, it's 12-6. The Rutland Rec Bulls looking to get to the semifinals. Oh, showed him the ball, took it away, got to the baseline. Defender fell down, puts it up too strong. Ball tipped around, will come down. Manchester with the basketball. Manchester, Grover brought it up front, and Stutes will make the steal, get it up front. Earl up, no good. Followed up, no. He'll be Stalkup with the basketball, number 14. And he will get it back to his teammate, Weston Mensch. Mensch, long pass, front court, tipped around, does get it to his teammate, and no good. Boy, it was an adventurous trip down the floor for the basketball, but it ended up being a good shot for Manchester. They just didn't get it to drop, and we're going to have a Manchester timeout, and I will start now over here with the Rutland Rec Bulls. And we'll take a look right into Coach Rogers' huddle, and we'll get through that roster real quickly for you. Eli Rogers wears number 3. Number 4 is Eric Glodzik. Cody Beaudry's 5. Ira Earl the 5th is number 10. Anthony Corsell 11. Tyson Beaudry's number 12. Rocco Stutes is number 21. And Akeem Farrell 22. And like I mentioned already, but I will tell you again, winner of this game will go on to play in the semifinals, and the Rutland Rec Bulls defeated Lothrop 6th grade to get to this point in the tournament. And Manchester, it's a 5th and 6th grade combined team, beat Shrewsbury, a 5th and 6th grade combined team, in their opening action, their first round action. And that's how they've arrived here to play each other tonight. And one team we will not see tonight, but's already advanced into the semifinals, is the Christ the King 5th grade team, who defeated a 5th grade Pulteney team and then defeated a West Rutland 5th, 6th grade combined team. And I was told at one point in that West Rutland victory, or the Christ the King victory over West Rutland, because I only watched half the game before I called it a night, that West Rutland was up 16-8 and ended up losing the ball game. So Christ the King 5th in the semis already, and Stutes out there, and Stutes came down with the rebound, brought it up near midcourt, handed off to Rogers, and Rogers left alone, says, I'm going to take it, and it'll go around but not down, and Farrell will go up and get fouled. Good job. Now remember the first possession of the ball game when Farrell got the ball down on the blocks like that and looked to pass the ball back out. His coach instructed him next time he was down in like that, take the shot. And a few minutes later it happened, and he did. He put it up, got the basket, he got the shot ball again down low, put it up, got fouled this time, so he'll be going to the line to take 2 shots. So Farrell, number 22 in red for the Bulls, with 2:08 to go, will be a little off of that one. Scored 12-6, the Rutland Rec team with the lead. And that will be only the second team foul on Manchester. Nice long pause, patience, up and got it. All twine, 13-6. Now the press after the made basket. And he'll be able to break it. Nice job of just bringing it right up the center of the court. From the free throw line, no. Rebound, Stalkup, he will go back. That's number 3 at the ball, Nolan. And that's going to not cooperate and go down. And a fadeaway will dance on the rim and not go. Another offensive rebound, and it won't happen. They had their chances. They just couldn't convert the bucket. Might want to work on a dunk next time. Should mention, too, the clock tonight being kept by Brian Reynolds down there, as he's one of those mini volunteers. And that's going to be a foul push from behind on Ira Earl the 5th. Yeah, Big Jim confirms it, and that'll be ball out of bounds to Manchester, and it's going to be the 4th team foul. So with 1:36 to go, neither team in a bonus situation. And Beaudry will pick up the team's 5th foul. So Beaudry will pick it, Glodzik, I apologize. It's Glodzik now with the foul. So Eric Glodzik picking up his 2nd personal. And that will bring Beaudry into play. So Tyson Beaudry coming in. He'll replace Glodzik with those 2 fouls with 1:34 to go. It's a good coaching move right there to protect Glodzik the rest of this first half. And yeah, what happened right there was a warning issue as Beaudry got over that plane, that imaginary line there. Well, it's actually not imaginary, it's a real line, but he stepped over, and that's just a warning. Next time it'd be a foul. And you can see the ball being brought down by Nolan and being guarded by Rogers, is each wearing number 3, and Nolan to the 3-point arc, and boy, tough pass to handle. It was in close quarters, and Stutes with the steal, and Stutes will bring it up himself. Stutes very versatile like that. He's got size, but he's got a nice soft touch on his shots from outside, but he can go inside and get muscly and put up the inside shots, but he can handle the ball to bring it up too after he gets the defensive rebound. Very good, versatile, very flexible player out there. And he will get it! So that's what I mean. There's that soft touch. That was from the free throw line, and that pushes the lead to 15-6, Rutland Rec, and that's going to be a turnover on a long pass attempt. They're looking to go downtown to number 10, Luke Agalinski. And it'll be Rutland ball. The Bulls taking it out of bounds. 54 seconds away from the break. And in between the quarters, halves here, and they're up by 9, 15-6. And they've done it basically with some real just fundamentally good play. Good passes, not a lot of turnovers, good movement without the ball. They've been on the boards, and they've taken some good shots. They've gotten some good looks and converted them. Rogers got it! 3-ball for Rogers. And again, the defense not coming out to challenge him, so he's just going to do what he has the ability to do, stand out there, square up, and then nail those threes. 18-6 now. That becomes the largest lead of the ball game, and that's a great move. A lot of it, too, there's been some good shots put up by Manchester. They're just a little cold right now. Up ahead, fakes, lets the defender go by, tried to use the glass, no good. Ball will go out of bounds, and it's going to be off from Rogers. The ball will be taken out of bounds by Manchester. It's going to be Weston Mensch to bring the ball into play. And he's able to do so relatively easy. They pulled the press back. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. This will count if it goes. Oh, that's going to be off the front of the rim. And it's going to be a Bulls first half. They'll lead 18-6 over Manchester in the quarterfinal action from the Hinchy Gym in the Glodzik tournament on Munger Vision. A future player that will be here at the Ed Glodzik tournament. And no, I'd say about 6 or 7 years looking at him. You see already the ball skills, the dribbling ability, looking sharp out there, and just some of the great atmospheres. You can hear the music being played in the background by one of the tournament heads, Mark Kadir. He's in charge of all that music. But just a great family community event. As they're taking a warm-ups, that's going to be the Bulls right there you're looking at. They've got that 18-6 lead. And we will take a look down, and they get all set. And Rocco Stoots not shy. He'll wave to us. And that first half, there, a couple legends right there. Jimmy Shortle. And he has played in it. He's coached in it, and now he's reffing in it. And him and Stevie Patrica will be doing the championship game, and Jim will hit across. You hear the buzzer sound. Will be underway. Manchester down by 12 as we start the third quarter of play from the Hinchy Gym in West Rutland, Vermont, USA. And Jim showing the way. And Manchester needs to make a statement here early in this third quarter. They need to put together a couple defensive stops and a couple baskets, and boom, they'll be right back in it. One of the games I have coming up later tonight, the Rutland Rec Celtics took on the Rutland Rec Pistons. And that game looked to be over going into the fourth quarter as the Celtics had a pretty comfortable lead, but the Pistons able to come back and force overtime. So these games are never, especially at this age level, and with the three-point shot, and with the adrenaline and the big crowd and the big court and the atmosphere and everything, the games are never over till that final horn sounds. And again, that horn being manned tonight by Brian Reynolds down there. He's doing the scoreboard. And again, they're all volunteers, from the ticket sellers to the program makers to the referees to Pat Lahan. And they've got a travel call. Jim with the call. It's going to be a travel, and the ball will be taken out of bounds on the baseline. And Manchester got what they needed right there. They got a stop. They got a turnover. No points being scored. It's going to be Grover bringing the ball into play to Mensch, Weston Mensch. Long pass, front court. We'll get it to Stalcup. Actually, I think it's Stalcup. I'm sorry, I mispronounced that. It's going to be Grover looking from the free throw line, and a ball taken away by Glodzik. Remember, he's playing with those two fouls. He set down the last minute 34 of the first half, and Stoots up. Ball tip comes down, and Mensch got it under control. Looks like he's going to take it all the way to the hole. Up and no, not enough English on it. Foul blocked by Stoots. Grover will go up. No good. Ball batted around, and it's going to be taken out of there by Glodzik, number 4. Oh, playing like a 6'8" guy. Now Stoots, like I said, he'll bring the ball down pretty smooth about it. Behind the back will go Eli Rogers, and he'll show him the ball, work it to the right side, and it's going to be a pass down in the corner to Ira Earl the 5th, and he'll work it back. And nice little inside-outside game right there, and he'll kick it back. Rogers will fake. He's hit a couple of 3 balls. That's why you have to go out and honor him on the perimeter. And Stoots will sit on the rim and not get it. Stoots will keep it alive. Wants to go baseline, ducks underneath the defender. We'll kick it out to the three-point arc. There's the fake from the free throw line. The shot will not go down. And going to run out court. Glodzik with good hustle to get to the basketball, but it will go out of bounds, and it will become Manchester basketball. Now the Bulls will set up that press that was very, very effective for him in that first half of play. And a long dribble and stolen back. Glodzik had it. Mensch with it. He'll kick fire and can't deliver. Rebound will go out of bounds off from, I believe that was Glodzik that got down there. So we still have that 18-6 score we had at the halftime break. We're in the third quarter play, and the winner, that's that's going to be Stutes pushing it forward. He's going to pick it up, let the defender get behind him, and up and in for Stutes. Rocco Stutes with another bucket. 20-6, lead goes to 14. That's the largest lead of the ball game. Grover up and blocked by Farrow, and then he'll get the basketball, and he looks for the long outlet, and that's going to be stolen away by number 2, Fuller. Fuller will duck underneath the defender, and going to count it. Got the basket and the foul. And that's just what Manchester needed right there. Yeah, and Jim said basket's good. Time for a chance for a three-point play, and that will send Manchester's number 2, Taylor Fuller, to the line. So that, with a 20-8 game, he has a chance to cut that down to 11, and he will. Makes it 20-9 as he gets a nice little bounce there. And actually, we've switched up the timekeeper now. Nicole Densmore running the clock down there. Another volunteer. And again, it's all volunteer base. Everybody here. Like I said, I couldn't mention all the names. And Stutes with a strong step to the bucket. And the rebound off the missed shot will be Grover. He wants to go long distance, and he'll dial it down the court to Fuller. Fuller inside, bench up, far, won't go. It rolled around, no good. That putback set on the rim wouldn't happen, and now we got a jump ball called, and possession arrow is going to be Manchester's way here. Yeah, and Jack Rogers wants a timeout. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll flip it over here to Manchester, and I just want to see if they're going to sit down. 30-second timeout. Okay, so I'll go through the Manchester roster for you and say, come out here and really had a nice start to the third quarter. Dave Shahadi's number 1, Taylor Fuller's number 2, Mike Nolan number 3, Weston Mensch is 4, Luke Aglensky is number 10, Joe Shahadi number 13, Jake Stahlcup is number 14, Taylor Mensch number 20, Dave Nolan 44, and Ryan Grover 45, and that's who we've got on that Manchester squad right there in the white uniforms, trimmed out in blue, and they needed to come out and really make a quick impact here in the third quarter, and they've done that, and they're going to have the ball out of bounds. It's going to be number 3, Mike Nolan, that will bring the ball into play. Lead's been cut to 11, 20-9. 3:27 to go in the third quarter play. We play 4 quarters. That's why they call them quarters. There's 4 of them, and if we need it, we play overtime like last night in the Pistons and Celtic game, and that's a running one-hander. No good. Rebound. Nolan turns, fires, partially blocked. Stahlcup got a foul. Yeah, on the floor. It's going to be a possession foul. Ball will go out of bounds on the baseline to Manchester. And it'll be Stutes that will pick up the foul. So Rocco, gotta like that name too, Rocco. He looks like a Rocco. Yeah, and that's going to go from, I believe, Rocco, and it's going to go out of bounds. Rocco Stutes. And it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be bring on into play by Manchester. They're going to lob up. Mensch with the catch, goes right to the hole like he should have, and that was partially blocked from him. Stahlcup up, too strong off the glass. Ball kept alive, and fought for Stutes will come out with it, and he's going to bring, again, a luxury here to have a guy that big that can bring the ball down off the defensive dribble like he does. He'll come back to Rogers down. Rogers, number 3, lets the defender come out. Mensch works off the screen set by Stutes, and then Fuller and Mensch will go out and pressure the ball, and they'll just take it away. They trapped in the corner, and boy, when you get into the corner, that invites the trap, and it worked perfect right there for Manchester. Up and no, again, everything but the bucket. A little cold shooting, and it's going to be Rogers behind that back. Smooth ball handler. Rogers will spin 360, spin back this way. Looks like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever out there. Of course, all these guys too young to know that was a movie back in the 70s that featured dancing. Disco, to be exact. And speaking of disco, I'm sure Jim was discoing back in the 70s. And Beaudry coming in now, number 12. Tyson Beaudry coming in for the Bulls. And Farrell will sit down, take a breather, number 22 for the Rutland Rec Bulls in the red. Manchester in the white. Winner tonight goes on to the semifinals. They were a little join. Christ the King 5th grade. They have made it a 5th grade squad all the way to the semifinals already. Oh, Rogers passed up the open look. We'll kick it back, and Ira Earl the 5th be a little bit off the mark with that shot. It's 1 and out now, and there's the long pass front court stolen away. Glodzik read it like a safety in football. Made the steal, got it to Earl, gets to Rogers. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter play, and nice job. That's Fuller, and he will convert. Taylor Fuller with the conversion off the steal, and the lead has been cut to 9 at 20-11. So what I'm telling you, I mean, it's never over in any game, but especially at this age level. It's just a buzzsaw and a 220 electricity, and anything can happen, and they're great games. Beaudry will come over to Rogers, and he passed up the 3 ball. He's got 2 threes in the ball game. He'll come off to Stutz. Stutz killed the dribble, needs some help, brings the ball back up top. Rogers actually came around to meet the pass. That's a good job by Rogers. There's Stutz, quick first step, defender in the air, and blocked by Stalcup. And there's the quick push on a running pass, and no, Mensch from behind his back. Got a jump ball. That was an incredible effort by Weston Mensch. And Manchester will call a timeout, and boy, you can see the action. This is a big court, don't forget. This is a full-size high school court, and with 1:17 to go, it's a Manchester timeout. And if I say these players, a lot of these rec teams played on the Dana floor, which is half the size of this. So, you know, you got to factor in that these are guys playing on a full-size court, first time all year. No, barring the game that got him here, but I'll read you that Rutland Rec Bulls roster, coached by Jack Rogers and Coach Glodzik down there, and Ira Earl the 4th, also out there as a coach. But Eli Rogers is number 3, Eric Glodzik 4, Cody Beaudry's 5, Ira Earl the 5th is number 10, Anthony Corsell is number 11, Tyson Beaudry number 12, Rocco Stutz 21, and Akeem Farrell is number 22. And again, this is the quarterfinal action at the Ed Glodzik Youth Basketball Tournament from the Hinchy Gym in West Rutland, Vermont, USA on Munger Vision. And it's been a dandy, 20-11, just a 9-point lead for the Bulls. And Dick Densmore and Jimmy Shortle, the officials tonight, doing an outstanding job, again volunteering their time, and it's been a very well-called basketball game. It's going to be Glodzik bringing the ball out of bounds, and you see they're going to put Grover, number 45, right there to pressure the ball, and they'll get it in and right into the hands of their point guard. And Eli Rogers, number 3, has done a good job of running the point. There's the kick out on that side to Earl, and his pass is going to be tipped, but still, it was Mensch that tipped it, and it goes back to Rogers. He'll go behind the back, find Beaudry, free throw line. Oh, he wanted to shoot that so bad. He'll come off to Glodzik, and then all the way around the perimeter to meet the pass was Rogers. He'll back up, create a little space, and it's going to be Fuller. Looking to go 2 for 2 on steals and baskets. No, and they're going to call a push from behind on Stalcup. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, though, Stalcup with some tremendous hustle. Looked like Dale Earnhardt Jr. at the Speedways. They're getting down the floor. And it's going to be a stolen shot, and no. Good look. When it left his hand, it looked decent. Big scramble for the basketball, and now a jump ball called. It's going to be Manchester basketball. Everybody getting a floor burn award for that. Everybody on the floor going for the basketball. And Manchester, again, down just 9. They were down 12 at the break. They've cut it to 9, and they've been, you know what's done? Their defense, they've come up with a bunch of steals, and Stutz will tie it up, and we're going to have red basketball. It'll be the Bulls basketball now. And they'll have it on that far side. Now, they're going to go Beaudry for Beaudry, as Cody Beaudry will come in for Tyson Beaudry for the Rec Bulls, and that's going to get into Earl, looking to line it up, wants to give the pass back, was tipped, taken away, and then a foul on Stutz. Yeah, accidental, but still a foul, and that's going to be number 4, Weston Mensch, that hit the floor. And Manchester now has Rutland Rec with 3 team fouls. And they'll bring the ball into play, and this will be Weston Mensch bringing the basketball up himself. Manchester wanting to get into those quarterfinals. Remember last year, Manchester's squad they sent up got to the championship game. And it's going to be 3 fouls now on Glodzik. And still 23 seconds going to third quarter, so they're going to leave him in the ball game as Glodzik will guard Mensch. Nice catch by Stalcup, and then Stutz moving those feet. They'll go baseline to Fuller, and a foul. And shots coming up for Fuller, number 2, and boy, he's been instrumental here in this third quarter. And Manchester's comeback, that happening with 9 seconds to go. And this is 2 shots fouled in the act of shooting. Makes it 20-8. As Manchester, again, just keeps whittling it away. And they're going to bring Mike Nolan, number 3, back in the basketball game for Manchester. And on the missed shot, it'll be brought down by Rogers. Rogers all the way in the front court. Beaudry let all the defenders go by, and the shot was too high, and that's going to be the buzzer, but Boy, it sets up a decent fourth quarter, 20-12. The Bulls with the lead over Manchester, but far from over. And again, in a situation like this, for both teams, the first 3 minutes really could set the stage for the rest of this ball game. And Manchester will have the basketball to get things going, and they'll be Mensch with the ball in it. Get Glodzik, number 4 for the Bulls, playing with those 3 personal fouls. He's right out there manning up to the basketball now. Everything up high offensively right now, and there's a running hook shot, and that thing almost went. That was Nolan that took the shot, and now we got a foul called. Red number 10, that'll be Ira Earl the 5th, and that'll bring Akeem Farrell back in the basketball game, number 22 for the Bulls. And that's going to be the big important factor in that foul. That's the 6th foul on a team. So the next foul that the Bulls commit will send Manchester to the line for at least the 1-and-1. They're looking for Stahl Cup, and what happened was the ball got slapped away from him, and then when the ball was brought into play, the guy threw the ball in bounds. It was Fuller touched the basketball while he was still over the line. And Rogers getting able to be isolated back there against the press and break the press of the wall by himself. And Mensch with the save will get it up ahead. I'm sorry, that wasn't Mensch. This is Mensch, and he'll go off to Fuller. He'll fake 3-4 times. Want to go baseline, go all the way around, kick it off. Mensch up and got it. And that cuts it down to a 20-14 ball game, just a 6-point difference. It was 12 at halftime, and it's just 6 now. And there's a steal by Fuller. Fuller will spin away from Rogers, looking to line it up for the layup, and no! Stutes in there, jump ball called. Arrow will go the Bulls' way. Boy, credit both players down there with the jump ball to hustle down and be in the basketball play. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Bulls, and you can see Coach Stahlcup all fired up with his Manchester squad. Okay, we got full timeout now, so I'll be able to read through the roster again for you as you're looking at Manchester's 5th and 6th grade squad. Coach Stahlcup out there got his group back into it. They fell behind early, but they stayed steady. And again, the defense has made a lot of the difference here. They've created a lot of steals that turned into layup attempts, and they won away from being in a bonus situation from the free throw line. So they're in good shape right now. They only have 1 team foul also. Dave Shahadi's number 1, Taylor Fuller number 2, Mike Nolan number 3, Weston Mensch number 4, Luke Aglensky's number 10, Joe Shahadi number 13, Jake Stahlcup number 14, Taylor Mensch number 20, Dave Nolan 44, and Ryan Grover 45. And you know, what's that old saying? It's never over until it's over, and that's so true in these 5th and 6th grade basketball games. Each team already the win in the tournament is single elimination. Unfortunately, somebody will not advance tonight, but whoever does will be taking on Christ the King 5th grade in the semifinals. As Stutes with a nice catch, and then brings the ball over the timeline, and going to go over the top and find Glodzik. Glodzik with the 1 dribble, and yep, brought the ball by. Yep, carried it. Yeah, hit one of those spots in the floor where the ball just came up above his head, and now the press being employed in the back court. And it's going to be Nolan, number 3. Mike Nolan was the man they left unguarded, and he was able to bring it up easily. Now we'll go to Stahlcup. Stahlcup. 3 ball, no, front rimmed up, followed up, rebound, Mensch, and jump ball. Going to stay down this in with Manchester. Tell you what, you start looking at the stats here late in the ball game. The second half, the rebounding, which was pretty even in that first half, well, it's definitely gone Manchester's way here in this. All blocked by Stutes, and he gets the ball under control. He's got some numbers down the court, but he didn't get the ball up ahead quick enough. Rogers with the ball will look baseline, spin away, bring it back up to the elbow, and come all the way back between circles now. 4:26 to go in regulation, 20-14. The Bulls with the ball in the lead. They have scored but 4 points here. Well, actually just 2 points, I'm sorry, in the second half of play. That pass got tipped. It was intended for Glodzik. He retrieved the ball, and he'll come back to Rogers, who came flying back, and there's the ball fake, the screen, the shot, and the basket! 3-pointer by Rogers. That's his 3rd of the ball game. And it goes 23-14 now. That's going to be a foul on Beaudry. That's going to be shots, too. 1-1 coming up now. Yeah, see Jim listening to the broadcast. Heard me say 1-1. Yep, good job. And that's going to send Nolan, number 3, to the line. Yes, I was making sure who it was. So it'll be Nolan after he was fouled in. Well, I can't, you know it as well as I know it, how important free throws are, whether it's girls or boys basketball, college or high school, or right here at the Glodzik. And with 3:53 to go down 9, these are big times right here, big shots. Mike Nolan, I like patience. A little pre-shot routine, goes up and no. Yeah, that's going to be on Jake Stahlcup. He got up and a little push from behind. Yeah. And now Manchester will set up the press. Gets the ball into Rogers, and Rogers, I think, yeah, there he goes. He was waiting for the screen to develop, and he'll go back to Glodzik. Glodzik lets the ball with that one little hop get to him, and then goes back to Rocco Stutz. Stutz to the free throw line. Oh, good look down low, up and short. Rebound, back up, and Farrell will kick it out. So 2 offensive rebounds give the Bulls back the basketball. Glodzik with the up fake, killed the dribble, needs some help, and Nolan just reached in, quick hand, stole the basketball away. Nice job by Nolan. Nolan front court. He needs help now. He killed the dribble right at the logo, gets it down to Fuller. Fuller with the ball fake, lets the defender go by, too strong. Rebound will come back to Mensch, steps, fires, and got it! Another offensive rebound, Weston Mensch with the bucket. And we're down to 23-16 with 3 minutes to go in the basketball game. Yeah, Stutz will break the timeline with just a second or two to spare. And now the Bulls will set up shop here, and that's Glodzik. Boy, they just, great job. Coaches said patience, guys, and they did. They're going to run through the complete offensive play. Rogers lets it fly, and Stahlcup with a great box out will have the rebound over Glodzik. Stutz slows down the progress. That kind of killed that quick break action that Manchester wanted. They want to go fast tempo here, up tempo. And they go down inside. Stahlcup with the catch, loses his bounce, goes to the floor, and be chased down in the corner by Mensch. They'll bring it back to Fuller. Fuller to the free throw line, goes around Grover, up, double pumps, and going to be a foul. Yeah, Stahlcup. Going to be the 3rd team foul. No shots yet for the Rutland Rec Bulls, but I believe it's going to be the 3rd foul on Stahlcup. They're going to bring Ira Earl, the 5th, in for Beaudry, number 12, Tyson Beaudry. Yeah, they're going to bring Nolan back, along with Mensch and Fuller, to employ the press. But Ira Earl came back unguarded, number 10. He's able to easily get the ball and bring it in the front court. He'll turn, give it to Rogers. 2:15 to go and counting. Now it's just a matter of how much time do you want to go off the clock if you're Manchester before you start the foul. You're down by 7 points, and you've got 4 fouls to give. So even if you start the foul, there's still going to be a lot of time taken off the clock. And that's all, Twine. 4 threes for Rogers. Oh, and you talk about the old proverbial dagger, and there it was right there. It's Rogers on the right elbow. Nothing but net, and oh yeah, all kinds of hugging and high fives from his teammates. Look at what Eli Rogers is starting off the roster with. He's the number 3 man. Where's number 3 out there? Eric Godzik's number 4. Cody Beaudry, number 5. Ira Earl, the 5th, is number 10. Anthony Corsell, 11. Tyson Beaudry, number 12. Rocco Stutz, number 21. And Akeem Farrow is number 22. I'm Jerry Munger. I'm bringing you the Glodzik basketball tournament from the West Rutland Gym, the Hinchy Gym in West Rutland, Vermont, USA. And again, awesome tournament. Everybody here, from the refs to the people who make popcorn, to the people who sell you tickets, to the people who play the music, to Pat Lahan on the PA, all volunteers. Oh, I can't forget, I got Mrs. Shear down in front of me. Oh my God, the work she does and puts into this, along with Mark Kadir. I'm telling you, all kinds of people come. That's Casarino, Coach Casarino over there with one of his sons, and good athlete his sons are, and he's taking the action in. It's a good place to be. We'll follow Jim. He'll come over, and if I find Jim, I'll find where they're going to bring the ball out of bounds. He'll be on the baseline, and 26-16 on that 3-point shot by Rogers. That makes the lead at 10. They had cut the lead down to as little as 4, but now they need to make a comeback. Dave Nolan coming in the basketball game, along with number 13, Joe Shahadi. So Shahadi, number 13, looks like he's going to bring the ball up, and yep. I tell you, I did the JV Burton girls games when they played West Rutland here, and there's a Shahadi on that team that, well, she's going to be awesome next year on the varsity squad. And got to be some type of relative from Manchester named Shahadi that can play basketball out there right now. And Joe is number 13, and number 1 is Dave Shahadi, and he's out there. There's the baseline, the ball fake, the step in, travel called. right idea, wave off the basket. The 1:27 to go, and it's looking more and more like it's going to be the Bulls and the Christ the King 5th grade squad meeting up in the semifinals on Munger Vision at a later date. Nice catch. Fade away. Oh, just off the mark. That was number 20 out there, Taylor Mensch. And that's going to be Rocco Stutes with the basketball. Stutes will break the timeline, give it off to Rogers. Rogers will hold the ball. The clock near 64 seconds left in the basketball game. So it was a big start to the game, and that's going to be Beaudry. No. And Shikati had it, lost it. They'll come back out to Rogers. 50 seconds, 5-0 left in the basketball game. I'm sorry to say, it was an 18-6 lead by the Bulls at halftime, and then a nice run in this second half by Manchester, and then some timely shooting, especially from the perimeter by Rogers, helped build the lead back up to double digits, and that's where we sit right now at 26-16 and 31 seconds to go, and the Bulls getting offensive rebounds and keep that clock ticking. It's been a well-coached and well-officiated basketball game. Beaudry with the ball fake, gets it! And it's going to be number 5, Cody Beaudry with a bucket. Makes it go to 29-16, 30-16. I think they want to go the other way, but 30-16 right now. There we go, 28-16. I knew it was going to be 10-12, but that's Nicole Densmore running the clock, and that's going to be a long-distance shot, and that's the ball game, and a good effort by both sides. Manchester making it to the quarterfinals before being defeated by the Rec Bulls. 28-16.
McDonald's player of the game for both teams.
Yeah, we're going to have a McDonald's player of the game for both sides.
Will be finished tonight. So we'll present him award. And
yeah, they're going to start with Manchester. Of course, the Glodzik family.
Son
Brian Glodzik on the right, Beth Glodzik on the left. They will present the pennants and then the Players of the Game awards.
Okay.
That's the good-looking one on the left.
The player of the game. Forward number 45, Ryan Grover.
Yeah, Ryan Grover will be the player of the game for Manchester. He'll get the big handshake from Brian. And we'll go over to the Bulls side. Get Pat Lahan's announcement.
Number 22, Hakeem Farrell.
And Hakeem Farrell will be the player of the game for the Rutland Rec Bulls.
Okay, the Rutland Rec Bulls will...
So the Bulls move on to the semifinals, take on Christ the King 5th grade, and again, 28-16 was the final score. So congratulations to the Bulls, a great effort by Manchester. And keep tuning in because we'll have all the Glodzik quarterfinals, semifinals, consolation game, and championship game on Munger Vision.
Manchester, can you go right out there and catch your minutes?